Lisanne, and this is my Shooting Touch
Lisanne,
application.
would you get back on defense? Someone's trying to help everybody. I've known Lisanne for probably 8 to 10 years now, hard to believe. First met Lisanne when she was in high school. And I'm going to tell you a story about Lisanne that I think really shows who she is as a person. A few years ago I was a program director for the Mississauga Minor Basketball Association on a Friday night with the league starting the next morning. And here I am at midnight, still at the office, blowing up basketballs, trying to get things done, and who do you call? Lisanne. So within 30 minutes, Lisanne was there blowing up probably about 200 to 400 basketballs with me. The next morning, got her in the back seat with all the basketballs on top of her, dropped her off at the school and said, Lisanne, figure it out. And God love her, she did figure it out. She ran that session for me for 6 hours with very little guidance, and as well, got rave reviews of the job that she did. So she will be excellent at whatever she does.
Ultimately, basketball will be my tool to bring people together. As stated in my mission, I want to develop mental, emotional, and physical health. In order to do this, I must start with building relationships. I was born and raised in Toronto, Ontario. I have 2 sisters and 1 brother, all of which still live in Canada. I grew up in a middle-class family and spoke French as a child. Maintenant, je peux parler un petit peu de français. Being from Canada, my parents wanted me to play hockey. However, my love was always for basketball. It wasn't until I was in high school that I was able to play competitively. I put countless hours in the gym and was selected for Team Ontario, which is a huge deal in Canada. I then went on to receive a basketball scholarship at the University of Charleston in the United States. In 2011, a group of professors, students, and I worked together over the course of several months in order to fundraise around 14 suitcases full of equipment. We then boarded a plane to Kenya and spent 2 weeks visiting 3 different primary schools, providing the schools with the equipment we had accumulated. For each school, I had a written plan on how each activity was going to go, as I thought it would be very organized. While this did not happen, I rearranged plans daily. It was different than the typical basketball programs I had previously ran or had been involved with, and I loved it. I also had the opportunity to live as a Kenyan woman for a day. While I got a small taste of the work involved in everyday tasks, I was very appreciative of the life I was granted. While this was a great experience, I realized that it was not I who was selfless. The Kenyans taught me very valuable lessons that I will carry with me forever. The ultimate lesson I learned about selflessness and the way I view my work in Rwanda can ultimately be summed up by this quote. When I heard about this program, I wanted to find out the most I could about the country of Rwanda. I started by reading the well-known novel, We Wish to Inform You That Tomorrow We Will Be Killed with Our Families. This focuses on the devastating tragedies that took place in Rwanda just 20 years ago. I then got in contact with Evelyn Julemis, the African Studies Coordinator at Queen's College. I'm almost positive that she gave me the complete history of Rwanda. I then got in contact with Yamina Mokani, a woman who has done work in various parts of Africa, and Benita Nisaro, a woman born in Rwanda. Through this research, I found many things that I did not know about Rwanda. Firstly, that 64% of the parliament is composed of women. The government is working on an education system for children, and the government is also focusing on nutrition. All of these things which are already implemented in the health curriculum. Ultimately, basketball will be my tool to bring people together. As stated in my mission, I want to develop mental, emotional, and physical health. In order to do this, I must start with building relationships. By looking at what prior grantees have accomplished, I know that I can continue from where they have left off. While doing this, I can determine where my courts will be built. Through these relationships, I can find what schools and/or orphanages would benefit from the sabbatical program. An orphanage that I would like to work with is the Shalom Village. They see each other as a family and do not refer to themselves as Tutsis or Hutus. While Rwanda has the highest proportion of orphans to the total population of under 18-year-old children in the world, I would love to work with this program to learn more about their mentality and to give something in return. After figuring out what kids I will work with, I can hold house leagues, tournaments, basketball sessions, and one year-end event that brings everyone from different communities together. I will ensure that both males and females participate and that people unite to feel like they are a part of one team ultimately one community. I also want to implement a 3-step leadership program that will certify people to become coaches. This is crucial so that these Rwandans feel qualified to continue the program that the sabbatical program has left behind. My plan is to involve organizations like Fanta to set up food booths and educate on nutrition. Also to involve TRACK, which focuses on prevention of disease. I've also contacted former grantees Priscilla Dodu and Casey Stockton to ensure a seamless transition if chosen. Lastly, in order to measure success, I will hold group meetings prior to and after events to ensure that I am meeting the needs of the people of Rwanda. An example of a game that can increase communication is called the name game. Each team will be lined up on their designated sideline. The child goes down the line of teammates, passing to each team member. Before passing, the child must call out the name of the teammate they're passing to. Once gone down the entire line, the child must dribble to half court, then go back and make a layup. After making the layup, he or she then passes to the next person in line. The team that finishes first wins.
Ball's in your court.